The next from our theory-based category, Medard-Boss's theory, combines elements of both psychoanalytic and existential theory. He proposed that dreams are experiences, just like experiences in our waking life, but dimmer, and should be treated as direct, not hidden reflections of our waking life. Unlike other psychoanalytic interpretation, which consists of referring a person's experience to a pre-established framework, his kind of interpretation sought to understand how the dreamer subjectively and uniquely experiences life. Boss felt therapists should 1. Explore the details of the dreamer's dream experiences in a way that prompts the dreamer to relive the dream, and 2. Keep his or her focus on the dreamer's responses, and 3. Help the dreamer relate the content to their waking life and bring this to consciousness. For instance, one of his clients during the first 6 months of his therapy dreamt only of machines and mechanical things. Boss helped his client recognize this as a direct expression of the complete sexual impotence for which the man was being treated and his resultant feelings of lack of human connection. Interestingly, as the man gradually recognized and dealt with this condition, his dream imagery changed to include living plants, then animals, and gradually human beings. And this expanded dream imagery coincided with the man fully recovering his sexual and emotional potency. Boss denied interpreting dreams, instead claiming to simply explore the experiential experiences, the relationship to the dreamer's waking life, and to offer helpful suggestions and comments. He didn't feel that interpretation was necessary at all, because he believed that dream experiences directly reflect the dreamer's waking experiences. In another dramatic departure from most psychoanalytic theories, Boss felt that because of the therapist's limited role in his theory, it was not at all necessary to know the client well. He believed that knowledge of a client's life history or life situations was simply not necessary to effectively engage in this process of exploring the experience in dreams. The last of our psychoanalytic theory-based category, Calvin Hall's theory, provides a great bridge from psychoanalytic theory to more database theory. Even though he was a true psychoanalytic theorist in his ideas regarding dream analysis, he can be credited with a more systematic empirical study of dream content later in his career. But let's begin with this theory-based dream analysis. Hall believed that dreams reflect the dreamer's genuine, unconscious self, other, and worldviews. For instance, he trusted his clients' expressed attitudes towards significant others much more as expressed in their dreams than when they expressed them in waking life. Hall felt that most dreams were straightforward and that the therapist should always start with those to establish a baseline before interpreting others. He also believed, like Jung, that when metaphors are included, it was to help, not hide, our understanding of a dream, just as they can help clarify meaning in waking life. His work on dream content came later, and with the influence of the methodological revolution, was much more science-based. He then studied the content of thousands of dreams of normal people instead of relatively few dreams of troubled patients. And he developed a quantitative coding system that categorized dream content by settings, objects, characters, interactions, emotions, misfortunes, etc. Remember this figure from our dreams lecture showing how animal content is highest in young children's dreams and decreases as we age? This data was from Hall's work and was analyzed using his coding system. The main findings of Hall's dream content work were: 1. Content from dreams of people around the world has more similarities than differences, with the exception of simple cultural influences on details. 2. There are large individual differences in the frequency of dream content between individuals, which correlates with their waking life interests and concerns. Calvin Hall is best known in retrospect for his empirical work, for being the first researcher to use empirical data, for example, systematic data collection, reliable sample sizes, quantitative coding, etc., to document the correlation between waking thought and dream content. He clearly stood out from other psychoanalysts of his time by his use of empirical methods to study dream content.